Hey there, hey there. This is Dr. Pam Perry. Happy New Year. It is the top of the year, and our breakout issue, we have a guest today. She is the cover reveal for January 2026, Wyevetra Jordan. She's from the DMV. Selling in the DMV is the name of her TV show and podcast by the same name. But she is an alum of Speak Sell Shine. What is Speak Sell Shine? Well, here you go.
Speak, Sell, Shine, an exclusive event in Washington, D.C. Are you ready to turn your expertise into a profitable speaking business that amplifies your influence? I'm Ryan Dorn. Join Dr. Pam Perry and I for the exclusive Speak, Sell, Shine event. Maybe you're a thought leader out there sharing in your local community. Well, now it's time to go big time and get paid to speak. Speak, Sell, Shine. Maybe you've booked some engagements, but you know your wisdom, it warrants so much more. Well, now it's time to unlock the missing piece and get you the gigs that truly reflect your brilliance. Join us for an exclusive 2-day event at the beautiful and historic Howard Theater in Washington, D.C., October 8th and the 9th. We're going to give you the tools to position yourself as a high-value resource and get the speaking gigs you deserve. I'm Emmy Award-winning speaker Ryan Dorn. I'm going to share with you my tips and tricks. I'm booking 40 to 60 gigs a year, and you can too. You're going to leave with a video speaker reel that is high class, polished headshots, branding materials, and only 20 people are going to get this privilege. This is our second annual event. SpeakSellShine.com is the website. Apply to be considered. Turn your brilliance into a lucrative speaking career and get interviewed by the media as well. Meet us all in Washington, D.C. Friends, the time is now. Speak, sell, and shine. The time is now. Apply today.
Hey there, hey there. Speak, sell, shine. There you are, there you are. Oh my goodness.
Hi.
So you got the board.
I do. I'm so excited.
Oh, Wyevetra Jordan.
It's like having your name in lights.
I am so excited for you. This is your breakout year. So since you've been on Speak, Sell, Shine, immediately after that it's more than just like the one day, because we kind of like we have ongoing training and talks,
Yes.
but one of the things that your background was in government. And so tell us about that first kind of event that you did with the government. I want to say the group that you did, it was on leadership,
Yes,
something like
yes.
that. So tell
So
us about
Blacks in
that.
Government is a huge organization for African American government employees across the spectrum. And they had their 50th anniversary training session, and I was a keynote there at the session. And it's so crazy because I spent 27 years in government and never got invited in a senior executive capacity,
Right.
and never ever got invited to speak at the big conference. And so really, really excited about that opportunity. And it was great. I got, a potential client from
See,
there, more speaking opportunities, like using all the tools that you gave us. So
yes.
there's so many things. I'm so excited that I say yes to Speak So Shine.
Did you use Talkadot? I know we
I
talked about it.
did.
There you
This
go.
is what I'm saying. So I used Talkadot, and I went in, and they were, I mean, like, the information that you get back, and then
It's
people gave you their phone numbers and
see,
said, yes, I have some things I want to talk to you about. Yes, I know people who book speakers.
there
Yes,
you
yes,
go.
yes.
It just
It
kicked
was good.
in.
It was
But
good.
one of the things about Wyevetra is just even with this cover. Oh my goodness! I mean, we won't give all the background, but she is so detailed. She's a good leader. When she sees things, she sees all she is a leader's leader. So she knows how to make sure things are precise. Oh my God! And
It's the
so
Virgo in me. A bunch of Virgo energy.
oh, it is. That's what that is. I was like,
Yes.
okay. And it works because you do it. You have the largest in the DMV in Prince George's
Mhm.
County, the largest brokerage firm, the only African American brokerage firm in the DMV in Prince George's County. But stepping back, it wasn't always like, you've got a mortgage company, a title company, the
Yeah. So we
the
have a property management company, we have a
property
title company, We have our nonprofit, and of course the real estate brokerage, and we are the only African American, the first, I should say, the first African American owned business park and business complex in Prince George's County. Yes,
Yes. See
yes,
that
yes.
is
Well,
amazing.
In Maryland, I shouldn't even say just in Prince George's County, but in Maryland, yes.
Right. And so tell us a little bit about the pivot that you made when you left the 20 plus years
Mhm.
in government, because a lot of people are doing the pivot. So tell us the mindset that you had and the steps you took.
So my mindset in it was a forced pivot, right? I wasn't ready. But I was reminded that I always said that I was not going to retire from government. So I was
Okay.
reminded about that. Like even in my 20s, I started in government at 19 years old. That I said I was not going to retire from there, right? That it was something more for me. And so somebody brought that back to my memory recently, and I was like, wow, you're right. I did say that. So that pivot, when I made that pivot, what did I do? I didn't give myself an exit strategy. Like I was like, what is it that I've wanted to do for a long time that I haven't been able to do? And real estate was that avenue. And so I took the class, I started my career, didn't know anything about real estate at all, other than I wanted to do it. And that was in 2017. And by 2018, the government asked me to come back. And I
Oh,
thought about it. I thought about it for like 2 days. I was like, I could do this. I could do this in my sleep. They were like, you can make whatever you want to make. Just let us know. Like, we need somebody to come and do this. And I thought about it for 2 days. And then I said, I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to continue walking out this risk here that I'm betting
mhm.
on myself. And
Yeah.
I turned it down. Who would have thought that I would turn that down? Like at all, right? Like
Yeah.
I was devastated with the pivot. And that they came back a year and a half later and was like, hey, we want you to come here and do this in the government. And it was, I mean, even higher level of what I was doing before. And I was just like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna walk this one out. And I'm so glad I said yes. And so what my steps were was to figure out what it was that I wanted to do,
Mhm.
actually put the steps, get the resources that I needed, make sure that I had a support system that I could lean on in times of like unsureness, right? I pray to God. God is my resource 100%. And then really just work that angle, even when sometimes it felt like, oh, this isn't going to work. But I just kept moving forward because I knew this is what I was supposed to do. And I felt like this was what I was supposed to do. And in 7 years, I went from a solo agent, making my first year, I did like 8 or 9 deals, to becoming a team lead, and our team being top 10 internationally.
What?
And internationally, yes. And then deciding to open my own brokerage, and now having almost 60 agents in my company,
Oh my God.
and yeah, running a title company, building 3 businesses in a year and a half is what we did. And
Yeah.
I just sometimes I sit back and I'm like, wow, God, like you really did your big one with this. But it was me not being scared to take a risk,
Mhm.
doing what I said I was going to do, showing up authentically, and putting my effort where I wanted to see benefit.
And you also said too you that you got the resources. So one of
Yes,
the resources I think that you got was a coach or a
I
mentor.
did.
This
I
person.
did. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh.
So we have to give a shout out to Alicia Houston because she is a person that is like a transformational leader as well. And that's where we met.
Yes, yes,
And that's how we met a couple of times. We went to a couple
yes,
of places. Miami, I know we were in the pool and we were kind of like
yes.
you were doing your little
You
Kim.
did. Oh my
That
gosh.
was so much fun. But this is one of the things you were a leader, but you got a coach.
I
And that
did.
coach kind of helped you really map it all out and help
Mhm,
you give you direction. And
mhm.
that's why you did so
Yeah,
I
I'm
wanted to say,
huge on coaching. I
yeah,
am. I have a real estate coach. I have executive coach who's Alicia. I have a speaking coach who's you. I mean, literally,
yes.
you need that. I can't be the smartest person in the room because I don't know everything that I need to know. And these are people who have walked through these things themselves and become extremely successful. And so I want to be part of those type of rooms.
Oh my God. See, that's I want people to hear that because it was a risk. Then you went and collect the resources. And then really the main thing that I love about you, Wyevetra, is that you lean in on your faith and your family.
Yeah.
Those are your rocks, your faith
Yeah.
and your family.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so let's talk a little bit about your family. You know, I love that part. So we're going to get into the magazine, but just give us just a general about your family.
Okay. Okay, so my husband, we've been together since I was 15 years old, y'all, and we've been married
Oh my
for
God.
over 30
Wait a
years
minute, wait
this
a minute.
year.
That deserves a round of applause. Okay.
Yeah,
That
we've been together
deserves
since
an
I was
applause.
yes, since I was 15 years old. And he retired from the police department
Okay.
and he started a nonprofit. And so he runs our nonprofit, Jacob's Ladder, but he also serves as like the property manager he runs our property management company
Hmm.
and is the property manager for our business complex as well. And just
I love
like our
that.
community guy, he is the people's champ here.
Oh, good, good.
And then my daughter, we stole her away from TV. She was an Emmy Award winning producer. And she came and became our she owns the title company. And so
Hmm.
she runs our title company. And then
But
my
she,
son,
but
go
she
ahead.
also listen. She also gives a little bit of that input of the selling in the DMV, right?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes,
So
yes.
there's
Oh,
no
she
skill.
is
There's no skills that
definitely
are unused.
creative producer back there. Don't do this. Make sure the camera angle looks like this. Like
Yes.
this is what this should look like. Yeah, she definitely is part of selling the DMV, like integral part of the company. Like she does a lot more things than just the title company, which is
Oh,
big in itself.
okay.
But yeah, she was my transaction coordinator when I first started in real estate. Like she just said yes to helping her mom be the best that I could be. And as a matter of fact, my very first client was a referral from her.
Get out of
One of
here.
her friends, yes.
Oh my God. I can I ask, is she a Virgo too or what?
No, she's a Scorpio.
Okay. So
But let
she's
me
what?
tell you, this girl is you
She's a
see
beast.
me, she is 10x to me, okay?
Yeah, she's a beast. I could
Yeah,
tell.
she
I could tell.
is.
I
Yeah,
was
she
like,
really
okay,
is.
so anyone, I mean, the
Yes,
details and all of that, and just so that people will know, Selling in the DMV is on YouTube, and their
yes,
first episode that they did, they got monetized. So people know how hard
yes,
it is to get monetized on YouTube. Her show got monetized from the very first show. It is excellent. It's so good. It's
yes,
interesting, and it's a leadership move because one of the things that I see about Wyevetra is that she's a leader, but she also pushes other leaders and inspire other leaders, and she cares about her 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 team. That's really the name of your
yeah.
company is officially called what?
The Home Team
There
Realty
you
Group.
go.
Yeah, because I wanted it to feel like home when, a
There you
lot of times people go in real estate and they get a business and they name it after themselves, which is fine. But I really wanted people to be able to own it, feel like they had ownership around it, right?
Mhm,
And I
mhm,
wanted to make sure that they were felt like it was theirs too, because yes, I am a leader's leader. You're absolutely right. And
mhm.
so, yeah, it's the Home Team Realty Group. And people always say, oh my gosh, it just feels like home. And I love that about our culture.
Yes.
Culture is so important. And then I
And
have our son, who
yeah,
is a leader in his own right. He is an associate broker with the company. He gives a lot of vision, a lot of tactical tools. He's a social media icon. He's out here. He's also a speaker. And this week, he's speaking at our regional board.
oh,
Yes, he's speaking at our regional board and he's on a podcast with Tom Ferry coming up. And Tom Ferry is the number one real estate coach in the United States.
what?
And he's one-on-one with my son
Oh
on
my goodness.
Tuesday. Yes. So
That
I'm
is
so
so
excited about
major.
all of this. So major, so major. But again, the coaching and all that stuff, like he really took all of it and put it together. He came from a football background. And
Mhm.
so his background is, he was a football player. I actually expected to be an NFL mom. I had my Campbell soup commercial ready and everything. He was that good. He was that good. But he decided to do what I'm doing. And I was like, "Are you sure?" Because he was like early 20s. And
He
now he's top 10 in the area in real estate. He runs his own team. He's associate broker here,
he
and
does
he has over
amazing on TikTok.
100,000 people followers on TikTok.
That's what I was gonna say. He's amazing on TikTok. Okay,
Yes,
he has
yes,
the charisma. He has the
yeah,
charisma, and I can tell that he really cares about the people that he's serving, and that came from you and your husband. So, really, you all raised wonderful children. Now, they always say it's very hard for family to work together, but you all did a video, a TikTok, a reel, and you did
yes,
a little birthday cake thing. What was that about?
yes,
It was a
yes,
TikTok trend. Whose idea
yes.
was that? That was that Dominique's or was
It
that
was
Trill?
my idea
It was
actually
your
to
idea.
do it.
Look at
Yeah, it
this.
was my idea. Dominique is out on maternity leave. But
Okay.
hi Dominique, hi Roro, my granddaughter is out there watching. And so it was actually my idea. I saw it and I showed it to my a creative producer who actually did our reality show, and he did
Mhm.
work at our 2026 vision board event. And so we did the cake, and we love working together. Like, we actually like each other. We spend
Yeah.
time at work together, but we also spend a lot of time outside of work together. We actually really do like being together.
That is so it's you know, when you did Speak Self Shine, and I was just watching you, and I knew you anyway, but I was like, you have to be the breakout person for January, because you are really setting a standard that, one, you've been with your husband, you know, you weren't married at 15, but okay, so
Yeah,
you weren't married
yeah,
since 14, but
yeah,
you've been together since you were 15. So that, and then the two children, a boy and a girl, they're both in the business. They both are doing really well. One is married, got kids. I mean, it's just like the thing that most people aspire for. You can have the business and all of the money, but then
yeah,
sometimes people's personal life is in shambles. They ain't talked to their
yeah,
family in a long time. The kids is
yeah.
like that. But it's like, no, you've got to have it. And the secret sauce that I keep saying, it is your faith.
It
Your
is, it
faith
is.
is the
I
main
could
thing.
do nothing, none of this without God. Like, I had to lean on my faith so many times, and still do. Like, that doesn't stop. Like,
No.
when you the different levels that you go, the noise just changes form, right? And so
Mhm.
you have to
Yeah.
still lean in on your faith. You got to know who you are. And when you know who you are, you know how to walk in that space, and you're okay with who God called you to be and how he wants you to be a lamp, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
not put under the table, right? It
Mhm.
should be
Mhm.
on top of it. And so that you can lead the way and show other people how to do it too, and empower them to do it too. Because
Yeah.
there's so much, you know how it is, fam. People are like, oh my gosh, they're always saying this, and they're always out here, and they're always, and it's like, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but so is Apple, always in your always in your inbox. So is
Right.
Temu, always on your screen. Like, it's like those
Yes.
types of things. Like, you
The
gotta
Timo.
know that
I'm
like,
like,
you
right, y'all
gotta
fighting
know,
me.
right? Like, what the heck? Like, you gotta know that it's okay to do this, and to show people what God is doing in your life.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I told people yesterday. I did an Instagram live to do a little tease about you, and I
Mhm.
said she's driven by faith, family, and she's fly. Okay, so I would say this for Speak So Shine. So we did this Top Speakers Awards, right? So we did the Top Speakers Awards, and you were getting ready to go out on stage and go out in the red carpet area, and I was like, I love that jumpsuit. You are so generous. She was like, really? I got another one. And girl, you pulled out that sparkly jumpsuit. I was like, I'm wearing this next year. I was
Yes, you
like,
have to. It's gonna look so good on you.
it was so cute. You had a gold one, so I now have a
Yes.
silver one, or you had the silver, I had the gold, whatever it was.
Yes,
I
I
was
had
like,
like the red one and you got the gold one. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So tell us about this. This was in 2022. So this was about 4 years ago. And you were naming yourself a mentor, coach, and speaker. All right. You were
Yeah.
still part of the home team, but I'll just read a little bit about how it changed from then to now,
Okay.
because in order for you to go to the next level, you have to change. So this
Mhm.
one, what you said initially, it says, is a true mompreneur, loves traveling with her family, serving her community through her nonprofit, Jacob's Ladder, spending time with her pets, Avid reader, learner of life, married high school sweetheart, blah, 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 this and that. 2017, she began her real estate career as an agent. Now, that was not that long ago. And a year and a half into her career, she started a very successful real estate team that quickly grew to 12 agents. Put a pin in it. It is now 60. Okay.
Nice.
In February 2021, she opened an independent brokerage group from the ground up. Since opening the door, she quickly became the fastest growing independent brokerage in Maryland, DC, and Virginia. So now it's like that is for real. And now it's like you've been featured on the different TV stations. And one of the things, you spent 25 years before real estate in federal government as a
Mm-hmm.
senior executive in the finance and budget area. So this is still you,
Yeah.
but describe a little bit now, hearing that, how things are different in terms of how you lead or what you describe yourself as.
Yeah, yeah. So, now I really describe myself as like you said, a leader's leader. Like literally I'm a broker owner, right?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
owned that. I have done this thing, right? I am a
Program.
speaker now, which that's a journey
Keynote
that
speaker.
I wasn't even expecting.
Yeah,
Um,
keynote
a
speaker. So yeah,
keynote speaker at
yeah,
that, yes.
yeah,
And a TV host. Like, what? When did that happen?
yes.
So but the family is the same, the faith is the same. Like literally, that is my, um, uh, what is it? That's my
Superpower.
foundation. That's my
Yeah,
found
super.
and my superpower. It really
Mm-hmm.
is my
Mm-hmm.
superpower. And so, um, what I know is that wherever you go, there you are, right? And
Yeah.
so I learned that even back in government, I was mentoring people. I was talking to people. I was helping people to see themselves differently, see whatever we had to do differently. My job in the government was to get Congress to fund our $25 billion budget. Like that was my job.
Whew.
And so
If you could do that, you could do anything.
right? I did Congress was a lot more friendly back then though, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I used to I would do a lot of dog and pony shows. I had to build the bridges. So I am a bridge builder, right?
Ah,
Somebody that connects people and helps them to see it can be and why they should participate in it. Like that's what I do.
I love that. And so, as an African American and a woman dealing with high finance budget, that had to be stressful, because it is, people are funny about money.
Yes,
And
they
then
are.
it's like,
Yes, they are.
who was this black woman gonna tell us what to do with our money? What
Right.
you've got to be good at,
Yeah.
that is probably why you're good at the real estate. And so let's go into the genesis of when someone who is listening to this, and they've got gifts in them, maybe they're working their job, but how did real estate, what was that for you? Did you see it as wealth creation? Did you have a role model? Are you into home design, interior? Did you watch a lot of HG? What was the genesis of, like, real estate is going to be my thing, and all the things with that?
Yeah, so when I was 7 years old, my mom, owned her own hair salon, and one of her clients was a real estate professional, and I was a shop rat, like, I was there as a little girl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my mom probably broke a lot of child labor laws, right? And so but she would take me to her office, her real estate office, and the one thing I remember going there was that the feeling that I got, like, when people got their
Mm.
house, like, it was a feeling. Because back then, you went to a real estate office, you had to go to a real estate office to even see the house. The houses were in books at the 7-Eleven or something, and you had to go and find a real estate office to go in, and it was the feeling. People were excited, they were happy. That stuck with me since I was 7 years old, like, the feeling
Yeah,
that people had, and so, that was the genesis of, like, what stuck with me for so long, and then
I never knew that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
never
So
knew
then
that.
life happens and you go on in all these other avenues. And so when I had the opportunity to pivot, that's what took me there. Like she raised her whole family on real estate. And so for me, I was like, I could do this. Like I love
Mhm.
going into houses. I love seeing beautiful homes. And that's really what people think it is. But the business behind it is a whole different thing. Just like the
Yes.
business behind speaking. Like when I sat in your program, like I was like, oh, this
It's a
is
lot.
this
It's
is
a lot.
I wasn't expecting that
It's a lot
this
to
is
the
how it works back
industry.
here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
it's a
it's a
lot to the
secret.
industry. It
And
really
so I
is.
think that so that really was my the point in my
Dream.
life, like the pin in my life that never
Yeah,
went away.
I
And
like that.
so yeah.
So I'm
And I've been
hearing how.
looking for her. So Glodine Brown, if you're out here anywhere, I
Oh,
haven't been able to find her. Somebody told me that she moved to North Carolina. Like I've really been looking for her since I've been here. People
yes,
know her in the
she was
business.
inspiration.
She was
Yeah.
an inspiration. She sold me the house that I'm in right now.
Wow. Oh
Yes,
my
like my
goodness.
current house. Yes,
That
yes,
that is,
yes.
and I always say that God doesn't really waste anything. So hearing that too, your mom being, an entrepreneur and really into beauty. Let's just say she's into beauty and fashion.
Yes.
That rubbed off on you, Miss Ma'am, because you are always fly. Okay, when I tell you, you're always
Thank
fly, not just your
you.
hair, but the whole thing, right? And
Thank
there's some
you.
people that just don't know how to put things together,
Hmm.
but you always have. And that's
Thank
that's part
you.
of it because you got that naturally from your mother, and just like she
Yes.
into that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then she had a client that
Yes.
took you under her wing, and
Yeah.
then just the nurturing that probably your mom had. Did you have
Oh
brothers and
yeah.
sisters?
Yes, I have a brother as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the whole family dynamic of being an
Yeah.
entrepreneur and raising a family, doing it,
Yep.
and that's what you're doing as well. It's
Yes.
like we
Yes.
have that same type of thing. The
Yeah.
thing that was, I guess you would say, that really cut the teeth, and I want people to know that we're not telling everybody that they need to quit their job and go be a full-time
No.
whatever, but know that where you are is really preparing you for the next. So
Yes.
what Wyevetra had, doing what she did, really she uses all those same skills when she's got now like 60 plus brokers.
Yes.
You do team trainings? Do
I
you
do
do
team training, team building, strategic planning, like all the things that we were doing that I was doing in government, I do now just on a bigger scale and for myself.
that is so good. That
Hmm.
is so good.
Yeah.
I really, really, uh, that part right there is the part that I want people to say nothing is wasted, no matter what it is that you're doing. Is to make sure that you're always using it into another thing. So let's kind of like go into the magazine a little bit. We're kind of like the halfway point, and we kind of go through it page by page. And so we'll
Okay.
kind of I'll tell a little bit about the story, right? About some of the cover that we were going back and forth, because every month is a whole nother thing. Even with Alicia, when she was on the cover of her magazine, we had some things that we were doing. And so one of the things that I wanted this particular cover to pop, and so Jeff Brooks, give a shout out to Speak Sell Shine. Jeff Brooks, he was
Yeah.
there and he did the photo for us. And I wanted the energy for that. And let's tell me a little bit about this key, because you have it on now and you got it on the cover. So tell us about the key.
So I went to before I even started in real estate, I went to the Sight and Sound theater and with me and my friend. And so during that, afterwards, they take you through the little store and we were looking for something for her daughter. And I was like, oh, this key kept drawing me to it. You should get this key for her. And then as I was walking away, God was like, go get one for yourself too. So I
Mhm,
did, right? Put
mhm.
it in my jewelry drawer or whatever. And then about a year into my real estate career, I was in the shower. And again, God said to me, that small voice was like, remember that key? And I was like, oh, I did have a key because I was looking for something that would be me, right?
That's
My me.
symbolic. Yeah.
And he was like, remember that key? I was like, oh, I got out the shower. I was like, let me go see if I can still find it. Because this was like now 3 years before, right? I
Wow.
even started in real estate. So we're
Wow.
talking about a 4 year span because it was a year after I started in real estate. So I went and got the key and I put it on and it is a conversation starter. So I say, this is the key to your dreams and I
Mm.
have everything to unlock it.
Oh, I love it.
And so I wear it all the time and people ask me the question and it gives me an opportunity to talk to them about real estate and what I do. And
Yeah.
so that's the key.
Oh my God, I love that. Do you see how that whole branding
Yeah, no, that was
conversation was right there? That is like God just weaved all into it,
yeah,
because that's how.
he did know that is like when I say we were buying a key for her daughter and we were walking to the register and God was like, go back and get one for yourself. And I
Mhm,
did, and it says inspire.
That is so good. That is so good.
Yeah.
So on this cover here, I wanted obviously the Washington D.C. is in the background. The bright pink we really love, but the original one had a little bit too much pink, which is fine. But we were like, now we want to put the city in the background. But
Yes.
if you notice to the right, or your on one of your the arm there, this on the right, I guess your left
Uh-huh.
maybe is MLK. So
Yeah.
MLK is coming up in January, but the monument is in DC. So I wanted
Mhm.
that there as well. And I wanted to make people know that this is the dream. Like this is the dream.
I
We
am living the
living
dream,
the dream
like,
for our
beyond
ancestors.
my wildest dreams. Like, I didn't see this life for myself. It
Yeah.
wasn't something that was on a vision board. It wasn't something that was like, it was just a pivot that forced me to go back and say, is there something that you've always wanted to do? Right?
Mm,
And then pulling that and then deciding that this will be it, and knowing that I didn't have another strategy, and making not giving myself an exit from it.
yeah. And that
Mhm.
that right there is the part we say how broker owners, CEOs, visionaries, leaders command the room. And
Yeah.
that's really the main thing. You're commanding the room as a mentor, as a coach, as a
Mhm.
person who is a leader. And then you're really keynote ready. Strategy, you talk about the story and the stage power. Those are the main things. And the strategy is really the thing that you kind of said earlier, the Virgo superpower. Like
The
it's just like
Virgo superpower, it really
that's what,
is, like,
yes,
it's a
all the
Virgo
details. I want
superpower.
to say Beyonce's a Virgo.
Yes, she is.
And when she
Yeah.
was doing her homecoming tour, she was driving those folks
I know, I know, I know.
it's but it came, it was like everything that she
Yeah,
touches in become phenomenal because she's into the details of it and the
yeah.
strategy of it, of the whole why of that. So I love that. But yeah, we went back and forth with the pink. We were changing it with a little bit of AI we were making. I said, Wyevetra, how you like this one? The jacket is black. She said, no, I need color, and
Yeah,
you are the person that's like, you're classic, but you also like the pop of the color. So we had to
yes,
go with that for the breakout issue for the new year. So I love this cover and it's in the background. So you got it, put it on the wall. It's like,
yes.
yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I really like it.
I
And then
love the cover, I really love it,
it
yes.
has the symbolism. I like it with the MLK because it
Mhm.
is like we have that um they pray for us, our ancestors pray for us, and so you really look like we are. And then with Jacob's ladder, you go into that too. You're really
Mhm.
pulling that generous spirit about community in there. So I really felt that the MLK for you for January was the thing because
Yeah,
you represent that dream, and dreams and visions are one of the things that you pay attention to for
yeah,
yourself, for your family, and for your
yeah,
community because you're always trying to build people up. So
yeah,
that is good. So thank you. So
yeah.
let's go to the next page. We're going to have all of the videos. So when you go to the online issue, you'll see all of the videos in there. So the big announcement to this January, MLK debuting, is a leading edge network, which I am the executive producer of, will be on DX Virtual TV, which will be on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and all the things. And so your show will also be there as well. So you'll see, uh, selling in the DMV will
Selling
be
the
there.
DMV, yep.
Will be
I'm
there as
excited
well.
about that, yep.
And then I think the second season, you're going to do your own podcast.
Podcast, yes,
Yes,
mhm,
yes. And
yep.
what's the name of that podcast? Did you name it yet?
Not yet, I think
Okay.
not yet, no.
Okay. I
No,
know, but
not
it
yet.
is coming. It's a
Yes,
natural. I mean, because you'll
yes,
be talking to different leaders and that
yes,
sort of thing. So that's one of the things that's a natural evolution for things. But again, you're strategic about when you're rolling out. One will have those shows
mhm,
there, that you have, but then you'll also have your other one as well. So that's
yes,
one of the main things. So I'm excited about that. DX Virtual TV, Leading Edge Network of Partnership. And I also want to say too, a shout out to our partnership, 8 years, I believe, with the Black Speakers Network. If we have everyone join Black Speakers Network, Monet, my producer here, yes, there we go, because it's all about partnership. And Brian Oles, who is the founder of Black Speakers Network, we met 8 years ago, and basically he's really promoting and featuring Black speakers. And I said, we need to partner up. And so we're the official magazine for Black Speakers Network that promotes and really just amplifies and markets Black speakers. That's one of our main things. And so the Leading Edge Network is a part of that. Speak Sell Shine is a part of that. Just always just making sure those that have a voice that it's heard and that people know about it. So yeah, so go to blackspeakersnetwork.com and join. Brian is doing a wonderful job. He is celebrating 10 years, I believe, this year.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So if we're 9, so he's celebrating 10 years this year. And he started when I met him at that point before our partnership. He had 1,400 members that were a part of his group and his following, and now he's at 14,000. So just a shout out to his leadership as well. He's in the Baltimore area. He's in the Baltimore area. So
Okay, I didn't
he's
realize that.
yeah, he's in.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the next page is really the person that also to Lola Tomorrow. She is a faith leader as well. I want her in this issue with you. So she's a faith leader. She runs an organization called Faith Figures. So she is really doing a lot with Compassion International. She's building in the Dominican Republic because of the generosity that she wants to do. She is building a community center
Oh,
for
wow.
for kids in the DR. She's sponsoring through Compassion International with her group, 100 Leaders of Tomorrow, 3,000 kids. And
Wow.
so it's kind of like you heard the saying, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. And
Mhm.
so she said God dropped this in her heart, and she was like, now she's worked for Michelle Obama. She does events for the Grammys, the Oscars, all these other things. So busy. She does TEDx, organizes TEDx talks, those kind of things. But God was like, and she's obviously a woman of faith. That says, hey, I want you to. She went to DR, saw the mission that was there, and God really assigned to her this mission to sponsor 3,000 kids and
Wow.
to build a community center in the Dominican Republic. So that's what she is, and I'm part of that as well. The 100 Leaders of Tomorrow, as well as part of the executive council for that. But she is when I say an amazing woman, kind of like you. It's you guys have to meet. She's very strategic, very anyone that's going to run things for Michelle Obama, you got to be on
Yes,
point. But it's
absolutely.
just so she did
Absolutely.
it for like 7 years. So she's
Oh,
from
wow.
Chicago as well as like Michelle. So she did a lot of things. So read that article as well. You'll kind of see a little bit about her, about faith figures. But I just really thought that this particular I usually do on the publisher's page like a theme, but it's just really about making an impact.
Mhm.
We want to speak. We don't speak for ego, we speak for impact. and
Impact,
and
yeah.
that really is talking about impact, whether you're going to do it with Compassion International, which is an organization that's been around helping kids that are poverty stricken, been around 70 almost 75 years, or you're doing your own within your community like Jacob's
Mhm.
Ladder. But it's
Mhm.
about the impact that we make that are beyond us. What will our legacy be? What is our money going to be used for? How is it expanding God's vision for what he wants for his people? So
Yes, yes,
that's really
yes,
like the whole point of that. And then
yes,
in the corner there is a little like recap of all the covers of 2025. It's kind of small, but you can kind of see last year
yeah.
was someone, yeah, there he is. Last year was oh, thank you, Monet. Last year, the cover for January was Quinn Conyers, who is doing such phenomenal things. She's out of the Baltimore area as well. And then we had Karwana, who does government contracting. So she shows people how to get government contracts. That's one of the things. And she did an event. We had Vicky Hamilton, who's a Speak Sell Shine alum. Dexter, Speak Sell Shine alum. Both of them have shows that are going to be on the Leading Edge Network. Allison Vaughn, she just got her doctorate degree. She was a style coach. Now she runs a nonprofit. It's called Jackets for Jobs. And basically she gives clothes to people who are looking for work.
Oh,
And
that's
and that's one of the
exciting. Oh,
things. And so
wow.
she's done it for 25 years. Okay,
Oh,
she's done it for
wow.
25 years. Juneteenth, we always have JJ Conway on. We had Shayla Atkins, Dr. Shayla Atkins. She's a leadership person as well. She did an event in the Texas area. Omar Harris, he's written so many books. Speak Sell Shine alum. Saran, I believe she's in the DMV area. Saran Baker, she's a financial coach for
Oh,
women.
oh,
Betty
really? Okay.
Hines. Yep, Betty Hines. She was one that every October she's always on Women Elevating Women because that's Women's Small Business Month. And she is a partner with another organization, Black Door Society, with Sharon Morton.
Yes.
And so she's
Yes,
always on.
yes, yes. We
Yeah.
met at Speak Shall Shine. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And so that whole DMV vibe is just really just so empowering. And then of course, Sunita Hill, that's one of your cohort number
Yes.
3, that
Yes.
was part of that, and she is doing so well. She's still in government, but she runs her nonprofit, Peace and Protection. I said it right this time, Peace and Protection. And
Yes.
it's a respite for women who are going through cancer treatment, and
Hmm.
she does that. And then your other alum, Melody,
I love
as
Melanie.
well. Yeah, so she's on there as well. She won the Top Speakers Award, Top Rising Star. Now she's another one from rags to riches, for real. Like,
No,
was
seriously.
homeless, living
Yeah.
in a car,
Yeah.
and now has 90 employees running a
Yes.
$1 million business in Florida. So yeah,
Yes.
so those are the things that the themes of each issue, depending on what it is, that's what we kind of want. The who's on the cover is not just about the cover, but it's the theme of what that person stands for. So for you, it's really about dreams and really making an impact.
Hmm.
So that's kind of like, if people want to say, well, how is Speakers Magazine put together? It's very intentional, because even when Alicia was on, you all who were part of her group were in
Yes.
the
Yes.
thing. And so
Yes.
I want people to kind of know that it's not just random. We're not just throwing people in here, but it is very, very intentional. So yes,
Yeah.
so thank you so much. So the
It
next
really
page.
is. And even the threads, like you said, like I met you a couple years ago at Alicia's one of Alicia's women's events. And here we are. Like, who
Yeah,
knew that God had this for next, like the next,
yeah.
what is next, right?
Hmm,
And
hmm.
he had this in my, I never saw myself with this at all, but yes.
And this right here, these were the two we were bragging on earlier. So
Yes, look at them. Aren't
I'm
they
gonna let you give a
gorgeous?
little bit of brag of these two. Who are
Yes,
these
I
two?
love it. I love it. So that's my daughter Dominique Bradley. Again, she is a media guru. She is an Emmy Award producer, and she is a rock here at the Home Team Realty Group, as well as running our title company. And so she brings a lot of passion to what she does, and her personality. I mean, you think I am very like, let's get it done, very specific. Oh, she is Madam Detail and Madam Get It Done. Organized,
Ooh,
organized. She
I
organizes
love
me.
that.
So
I
yes.
love
And
that.
she's married with 2 kids. She just had another I just had another grandbaby. Her name
Ah,
is Jordan, and I my
yeah. Are
grand
you
diva,
serious?
yeah, and
Oh,
my
that
grand
is
diva is Reagan. So she's married to her college sweetheart. So I love
oh,
that for
oh,
her.
I love the fact that she took you guys' last name, her former last name, and made it her baby's first
Yes, she
name.
did. She said homage to Team Jordan. I love it. I love it. And then you have my son, Gerald Jordan Jr., who is out here doing the daggone thing in real estate. I mean, his niche is, from 400,000 to a million plus.
Mm,
He is also a leader for the young the young millennials, right? The
okay.
younger millennials, and Gen Zs. Like, he's out here really showing them that they should be doing it. He has his own portfolio of 7 homes. He does home flips. He
Oh,
does wholesaling. Like, he's taking real estate and 10x it, and it does all parts of real estate. He's also, like I said, an internet sensation, and
mhm,
is
mhm.
and is also married to his college sweetheart,
Get
and
out of here. Oh, that is so good.
he has my first grandson, Parker, and he also has another baby on the way, another little boy. So I
What?
got
Oh
2
my
boys,
God.
2 girls. Like, I'm totally outnumbered grandkid wise right now, and I am excited about that. And the thing about, like, really taking a risk on yourself is that you get to design your life how you need it to be. So
Mm,
I'm very, very integral in my grandkids' lives, and I want to be available for them. So yeah, I'm looking forward to all the littles running
oh,
around the house, and just
that
helping them to see and live in the legacy, and get to see us living in the legacy, and their families, their parents living in it, so they know how to use it later.
that is
Yeah,
those are some things are taught and some things are caught. If you're catching
yeah,
what is going on here, you can see generational legacy being built, and how family is important, faith is important, and those two together are really the rocks of that. And so, really make sure that if you are working your job to also work your dream.
Work your
What did
dream.
God
Work
really?
both. Do both. Yes.
Yeah, do
And you
both.
can. You can do it. You really can. Most of 70% of my agents have another job. And you
Yeah,
would not know it because real estate is a full-time job. So we call them
it
dual
is.
career because you're working two full-time jobs, but they're really using their the job that they have to finance their real estate business,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
eventually their real estate business becomes what finances their dreams. And I
Yes.
love watching that happen in my company. I really do.
Uh, and this right here. So tell us about this color teal, because I've got to get you maybe next time when we do a Black Door Society thing. Got to have you come and speak to that. But tell us about this color teal, because that's one of the colors of Black Door Society: teal, black, and gold. So
Yeah.
I love this. This is your actual office, and it really talks about
Yes.
vision to visibility. So kind of tell us
Hmm.
a little bit about your setup of when you bought this building, and then
Yes.
the colors that you chose or why you chose them.
Yeah, so teal, has a very significant meaning in African American world,
Mhm.
and it's about protection, and it's also about opening an ancestor being able to speak through it, light enough for that, but dark
Mhm.
enough to keep the, negativity out. And so but also invigorating. It invigorates your spirit. And so when I moved into this place, it was really dark and dreary,
Mhm.
and it was a law office, right? And so the first thing we did was decide on this teal,
I love
gold, and white is our brand colors,
I
and
love it.
it makes you feel good. It
Mhm.
brightens you. It brightens your spirit. All the things, and I want all of that. I need all of those things being called in.
Right, right.
Yeah, I need it all called in. So yeah, so that's the teal story.
I love that, and that's why it looks so well on the selling the D&D on the TV
Yes.
show as well. It's a
Yeah.
great place to actually have the show. You go
Yeah.
on location for other pieces as well, but this is
Right.
it. So I want people to, when they go to the online issue, they'll be looking at the videos of Wyevetra in here. Her speaking reel will be on the cover, but you'll actually see and read her whole story there, and then her information too, in terms of how to get in touch with her, in terms of wyevetrajordan.com. Notice
Yes.
the spelling: WYE, okay, then VETRA. So
Yes.
that's one of the things too. So you want to make sure that you go there and invite her to speak at your next event. The information is in here. And follow her on Instagram, The Real Y Consulting. Talk a little bit about some of the consulting clients. Who is your ideal person that you work as a consultant with or a coach for?
Yeah, so the consulting piece is, I feel like whenever someone comes into my midst, I am their consultant, right? And so and the real Y, that Y is just the first part of my name, WYE. And so my ideal client are people who are mid to late career, transitioning from
Okay.
within their corporate jobs, transitioning out of their corporate jobs, transitioning into entrepreneurship, but it is people in transition, that mid to late career. Because I believe that's when you really start to realize that, wow, I spent my whole life giving it over to other people. Now I really need to see what I want for myself. And that is a discovery piece that I had to go through. Raising kids young and all of that, like everything went to them. What did Wyevetra really want to do? I had to sit with that for a minute. And I believe that most people, most women have to sit with that,
Mhm.
and what is it that I actually really want to do, outside of being a mom, outside of all the titles, because when that title is stripped away, then what is there? What is
Mhm.
there, right? And I had to walk through that. What is there when that title is now gone? Um, and so that is my primary. That is my preferred client.
It's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. So those that have had at least 10, 15 years in
Mm-hmm.
corporate world, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I've done this. I'm in the C-suite. I may be
Mm-hmm.
at the top of the ladder because I
Yep.
probably, I won't, the next level will be president, so it's like,
Yes.
or they'll say to themselves, I don't know if I really want to retire from this job. So what
Mm-hmm.
is next? And
Yeah.
then you kind of guide them, because you don't want anyone, and this is a thing, you said it too earlier, the success about your business is that you got coaches, you got speaking
Mhm.
coaches, you got PR coaches, you got a business leadership you have coaches
Mhm.
that will guide you, that will save you time in the
Yes.
long run.
Yeah.
You can try to figure it out, and it may take five
Yeah.
or 6 years, or you can get someone
You
that can
just get
coach you.
somebody to do it. Yeah, to
Yeah,
help you do it.
yeah.
Yes.
That is
Yeah,
so.
buy
Oh
your
my. Yeah,
test.
that is so important. That is so important. That is like the key. It's almost like if you want to go to, a lot of people in January, they're joining health clubs and gyms, or they're going back to the gym, and you can go there and you can try and figure out all the equipment and figure out your own health plan, or you know but
Yeah,
and you can even put it in chat, but you do need maybe a personal trainer one or two times to walk with you to show you how to use this properly, why you
properly.
need to do it this way, how long you need to do it, and just really
Yeah.
just guide you through it. They've been there,
Yeah.
done that. So yeah,
Yes.
it's
And you watch
important.
them transform. And that's the thing, like really making sure that who you are entrusting your time to is somebody who's actually done it.
Yeah, that's it, and that is that part. Girl, we can have a whole conversation
Yes,
about
who's
what
actually done it. Yeah.
folks are out here coaching things that they've never even done.
They're never done.
They read a
Yeah.
book, and then 15 minutes later they done put a shingle out. Okay, okay,
Yes.
let's go to the next
Yes.
page.
Yes. Yes.
So the next page is who's this little handsome man right here on the left here? Who you
That
know this
is
guy?
my husband. That's my boo thing, Gerald Jordan Sr. And yeah, he is truly the people's champ. Like he makes things happen. Behind the scenes, low key kind of dude. You ain't gonna see him out in front too much, even though the news media is here all the time pushing him out in front, right?
Yes,
And that
yes.
so he was in the police department and ended up being, when I say he's the people's champ, like people push him to the front. Like he was the keynote for their class. He was the class speaker for
His academy.
his graduating academy class.
Wow,
Yes,
wow.
yes. And then he became like the media person for the department for a while.
Hmm.
So he's done things all across it, and now the news media seeks him out. Like, talk to
But
us about what's happening
with Jacob's
with
ladder as
Jacob
well.
Slatter and
Mhm.
all of that. But he really is the rock in our family, and making sure that all the pieces. He is a true Mr. Mom. Like, I mean, he does all the things for the kids. He just loves doing that. And so and he makes sure things are here. Like he made sure the sun was up when I got here. Like he just makes sure things move easy. And
Mhm,
so I
mhm.
and then he runs our property management company as well. And so yeah, he really is just doing the thing, doing his thing. He said what he says all the time to people is, yeah, I retired and I was planning on just sitting back and traveling and just putting my feet up. And then my wife wanted to go and open a brokerage. Like, what is this? And then Jacob's Ladder became like a multi-million-dollar nonprofit.
Wow,
He fed last year over 300,000 families.
wow.
Yeah,
That
the stent and
that's
the liver
amazing.
programs when people really needed it the most.
See,
And so they're doing a lot of good work out here.
yeah, and that's why I wanted him in here in this issue as well. It's about speaking for impact. That's the whole
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
The little thing that you kind of said, that he's kind of laid back. He's a police officer, so yeah, he's gonna be the property manager. Who can say no to him, right? Like
Right,
we know
exactly,
your background, sir. So
exactly.
we ain't gonna be playing. We gonna do right, okay? We gonna
Yes,
do right. So
yes.
that's one of the main things. He's a man's man on top
He
of that, right? So it's
he
like,
is, he
yeah.
is, he
So that
really
police
is.
officer thing, going through that is no joke, right? That is
No,
no
and
joke.
he spent
And
20. The thing that I love to promote here is, when I say he really is the people's champ, he is. Like, he's been in a lot of like crazy situations, but 21 years in the department and he never had to shoot his gun ever,
oh, that is
ever,
good, because that
because
could be
he
traumatizing.
yeah,
In
what
this
only
situation.
because he knows how to talk to people. He knows how
Mm,
to get what he needs from people. And he's able to go into situations and gain trust. And that's a huge thing.
mhm, mhm. Especially in the African American community, it really is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially, right?
Yeah, that is really,
Especially.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Dr. Reginald Cunningham, I think you know him. He's part of your Speak
Yes.
Sell Shine.
Yes.
So one of the things that he's a licensed therapist, and
Mhm.
has a and specializes with men in trauma. Basically, he's working on a book and a podcast that's going to be on the leading edge, like If You Could Read My Mind. So you
Mm-hmm.
read a little bit about him in terms of really just helping men understand who they are, and really a lot of times men don't like to speak or whatever, but he really
Yeah.
helps people get second chances, and that kind of thing. So that's one of
Yeah.
the
And I
things.
love that they're in the same space
Yeah,
in the
yes.
book. Yeah.
They have to meet each other too. They really do, because he
Mm-hmm.
goes between Atlanta and the DMV area as well. But what really sets him apart is that this podcast will help him work through the dialogue to help men understand how to really verbalize what they're thinking. So that's why his podcast and book is going to be called If You Could Read My Mind. So
Mm-hmm.
really, really like that. So drreginaldcunningham.com. Find out more information about him. His speaker reel will be here so that you can actually watch his speaker reel. And this is really, in terms of Dr. Reginald, this is really like the first time he's been doing his work within that mental health space. So this is the first time he's really going out and doing workshops and keynotes. So in a podcast. So in the book. So you get involved with Speak So Shine, and I'm gonna promote you, right? I'm gonna push
Yes,
you and
yes,
give you those
yes.
things.
Oh, listen, I don't even know when you sleep. Okay, I thought I was the Energizer Bunny, but y'all haven't seen Energizer Bunny until you've seen Pam and her team moving. Pam and Mark like keep you on point, and I love that. I love that about you. I'm like,
Oh my
okay.
god. This is fun because I can just see my legacy is to make sure that the people who want to make impact are doing it to the maximum that they can.
Mm-hmm.
So putting them out there in front as many people. Marsha, the same thing. She is centering people. She also is a licensed counselor as well in
Mm-hmm.
the Washington D.C. area, but she has different modalities. She does sound healing. She does Reiki, Reiki. I can't pronounce.
Uh-huh.
She
Uh-huh.
she does obviously talk therapy, but then other modalities as well, and so and yoga and those
Mm-hmm.
kind of things. But her main thing is that she listens, and how she really is transforming mental health care in terms of not just talking but other modalities as well. So she was part of Speak So Shine, and for at the press club she did the sound, and then also too she did it right before, in between
Mm-hmm.
our
It
session,
was
and when
great. That was
we did
great.
the top selling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of the things, and she's also a Hall of Famer. I want to say basketball college athlete,
Oh
and she was
wow. Okay.
inducted to the Hall of Fame for college. I forgot what school, but she does all those things as well. And she was a teacher, and then she decided to go into really doing what she's doing now, which is her Willow Tree Counseling and Education Center. So read marshalistens.com. Go find out information about her. She has great YouTube as well, and she'll have a show on the Leading Edge Network as well. And then this lady here wants you to kind of talk about Megan Allen.
Yes.
Yes.
So Megan is a realtor in our company. She's also a mompreneur. She is a college professor. She also has a few books out. And Megan is really, really good at helping people figure out their why, um,
Mm.
and leading them in that process. And so her first book was a book of like poetry that she had put together. And her next book is all about like leadership and moving things forward. And she speaks, she trains in my company. She trains
Okay.
agents, she trains agents, and she also trains around business. So around properly setting up their LLCs and things like that.
I
Um,
love that.
and she trains, future homeowners. So she has a series here that she runs through the company called Brick by Brick.
Mm.
And so she takes people from the very beginning of the process all the way through whatever challenges they may have to keys in their hand. And so she does that quarterly. And so I'm really, really proud of Megan. She says that she lives in a frat house because she has all boys and her husband. And she's like, I feel like I just live in a frat house. So if you watch Selling the DMV, you'll see Megan in there, and
Yeah.
she explains that part of it. But really, really outstanding, like superstar realtor,
And
and
she
very caring. Yes,
and she's on TikTok, and she also has a website. You can book her also as well. And
yes.
obviously she's teaching, so she's doing workshops. But I am megana.com. That is her website.
Yes.
So you can find out more about her on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last page, I guess is the next to last page, is this young lady here. I want you to tell us a little bit who this lady is.
So, Keela Spade is my personal assistant. But she also and the broker's assistant, and she also though has started her own real estate business and is doing
What?
phenomenal
Oh,
under me. So you say like you grow leaders, right? So
yes.
she was like, "How can I help you more?" So she got a real estate license, and now I mean she's selling the DMV seriously. But she also has a nonprofit called Christopher's Village. Her son, Christopher, passed away at 4 years
Mhm.
old from DIPG, which is a terminal form of brain cancer, which is how we
Mhm.
met. So we
Oh,
met because one of our agents, introduced us and said to Jacob's Ladder and said, "We have a family whose son is dying of cancer and he loves Corvettes. And so, can you guys help put a parade on for him?" And we
oh,
did. And that's where I met Keela and her husband
oh.
and Christopher. And so, we put this whole parade together. We got ice cream trucks and we shut down the streets. And Christopher got to take a ride in the Corvettes and all of
Oh.
that, and that's how we met. And then one of my agents stayed in touch, and Keela bought a house from her. They needed to move from this space. Like, let us try to figure out something different from where our son passed away. And so when she came to purchase her house, I had a opportunity open because I was hiring a personal assistant. Like she's quickly become like just an executive. See, this assistant broker assistant more than a personal assistant. Which Alicia pushed me to do because she was like, "Yeah, you need some help right now," and
Mhm,
I'm like,
mhm.
"Who wants to do that job?" Well, let
Yeah.
me tell you, she does a phenomenal job leading the CEO. Okay,
Wow.
and she runs her own businesses. She also is an interior designer. She has an
Mm.
interior design business as well. And she also has her business with me where she supports me. It's called Accentuate Your Life, where she helps leaders be able to operate efficiently. And so that's what she does.
I
And
love
I
that.
she's so great at it, and she shows up well, and you'll see her in selling the DMV too. So she's really has duplicated me, right? So she can go into any situation for me and know how to handle it, and my clients love her. And so, yeah, more than I could have ever expected
That is good. Designing a life and legacy on
on
purpose. I
purpose.
love that. That is what
Hmm.
she's doing.
And
That is
she's
what.
writing her own book. She's starting her own book.
Yep. There we
Yeah.
go. She may be at Speak Sell Shine coming up this year.
Yes. Yes. She really should be. I told her
Mhm.
that she should be. So,
That it
yeah,
sounds like those are that she's putting all the pieces together, and it
she
really
is.
is
She
going in.
is.
That is, I love that whole story about how you all met in the Corvette for her son. You know, the parade.
Yeah.
That is just such
Yeah.
a full circle. So Speak
Yeah.
Sell Shine is coming up this October. You can go to speaksellshine.com. Get on the wait list. You know, we have a small group that we work with. We interview everybody to make sure that it is a good fit for you. Speaksellshine.com. And it'll be at the Press Club and the Howard Theater. And it is one of those things that will push you out there so that you go to the next
Oh,
level.
listen, I didn't know that I needed it when I signed up, but I trusted my coach, Alicia, my
Mhm.
executive coach, saying you should definitely do this. And I trusted Pam because we spent some time together at other things. And what I've got from Speak Sell Shine you will never get from anywhere else. I'm just telling you. Like this was an experience like no other. It's very elevated, extremely elevated. The connections that you make there are incredible. Like you would not be meeting these people, and I believe that you are supposed to meet the people that you're supposed to meet. And but it's going to take you actually putting yourself in the room, and me putting myself in that room with all these other amazing speakers and the other people that you have like Pam is a legend. She don't even live in the DMV, and she's a local legend. Okay, here in the DC area. So I just say definitely, if speaking is something that you're
Thank you
considering,
so much. Thank you.
if speaking
There
is
you
something
go.
that you're
Oh, and the top.
considering, then you should absolutely sign up to see if this is a fit for you. And she don't take everybody. So
No,
sign up to
no,
see
because
if this is
you
a
can't.
fit for you. It has changed my life significantly.
Oh, thank you. Well, I saw the it in you when I talk to people. I look for certain things, and I know certain people have the it, and it's like, okay, we just need to do this, and this, and introduce you to people too as well. So,
Yeah, yes,
the
yeah. Oh,
stories
the
and the
connections
media
are
people,
incredible. The tools are incredible. The
the
business
sales.
around it is incredible. Like there's so many intangibles that I can't even begin to tell you. You just got to be there. You just got to be part of it to really get all the rest of it. But two things I do want to say when you interviewed me and when we went through like my speaker, like what is it that I would I speak on, what are the themes, what are the threads, and I filled out the form and you came back and you were like, I really think that you should be speaking in churches, that this is something that you really in faith spaces, like because faith is throughout. And I was like, oh, okay, I never thought about that. And you were like, you're so connected in proximity to all these people, like, do you realize that? I was like, no, never thought about it. And then so you really shifted my mind around it. And then you were like, and government spaces. Like, is there some organization
I
that like
didn't.
covers government? And when not even a month out of Speak Sell Shine, I got a call from a church saying, hey, can you speak at our Silence the Noise conference? A
I
paid opportunity.
I love the video that you did
What?
because you were ready, girl. That highlight reel was amazing. I was
Thank
like,
you.
yes, I saw it all the time.
Ah, and I never saw myself speaking at churches. Like that wasn't even like on my radar, but you literally spoke it into existence. And then the big conference came right after that. And I'm
Mhm.
like, you just said you literally just said that to me. I had to send you a text saying, Pam, you said this and here's happening. And
It was
so
you were ready. You were ready.
yeah,
And you got
yeah.
all the pieces in it. And part of having the pieces, the one sheet, the cover, the magazine now, your speaker, you got all the pieces. You got the website. The website is amazing, wyevetrajordan.com. You got all of that
Thank
together.
you.
And so it
Thank
makes you feel like I got the tools, I got the talker dot,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So yeah, so you were ready, and it's like, okay, with opportunities, yeah, I'm ready and making the
Even the
impact.
small things like Ryan talked to us about the tools that you take your little own little tool bag in case like something happens and you're not able to connect right and all your own
Yes.
connections. When I tell you that every single speaker that came after me on that stage at Big used my little clicker. Like they were like, "Do you have a clicker?" I was like, "I do actually, and I have this connection that you can use." I was
Woo!
like, "I need to make sure I get my clicker back."
Yes, because I'm telling
Everybody,
you,
it's the small things that you
people
wouldn't
do
even
not.
think about.
Yes.
And even the people who were with me were like, "How'd you even think to bring that?" I was like, "Listen, I was in this group and this is what they taught us." So you just you're like my own little pocket speaker mom. And I get
Oh,
really like,
thank
what would Pam say in this instance?
I see. I simply Miriam. She said, "Why, Vitra is that girl?" Yes, she is. There she
Oh,
is.
thank you.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us and being that cover girl. Please go to Speakers Magazine, watch all the videos so you can read it, watch it. You can actually subscribe to it as well on the website as well and get it in the copies in the mail. And you'll be getting your copies in the mail too, Miss Ma'am.
I'm excited because people have been asking me, like, how
Yes.
can I buy one? Like, what do I do? And I
We're
was
gonna
like, it's coming.
send them to you. They're coming.
Okay.
They're coming. All righty. Well, God
Okay.
bless you. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been amazing. You are doing an amazing job.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All righty. God bless. Take care. Bye bye.
All right.